Leave now, or my men will put you in the ground. The Cartel king reclined lazily on his yacht, cigar smoke twisting into the night sky. His words didn't come across as a warning. They sounded more like an order for me to crawl away. He leaned in closer, teeth flashing under the deck lights. Your wife, she prefers a man with endurance. I didn't twitch. Instead, I studied the dirt beneath my nails, calm and detached. Cute. 2 decades as a Navy SEAL had taught me how to sink a warship with nothing but a blade and a foul mood. He laughed, signaling to his guards, the kind of laugh a man lets out when he believes the fight is already his. But then his gaze drifted to the dark water below, and the smile faltered. I wasn't here for bravado. I was here for the truth. The truth had been seeping into my life like venom, slow, subtle, undeniable. At first, it was harmless suspicion. Her phone buzzing late at night in the bathroom. Trips she swore were work-related but left no trace, a fragrance on her skin I didn't recognize. I brushed it off at first. Discipline. Focus on the mission, not the noise. But the noise grew louder until it couldn't be ignored. The final crack came as a whisper. From someone who owed me their life. He had seen her on this very yacht. Too close to the boss. Smiling in ways she hadn't smiled at me in years. I replayed it in my head for weeks, trying to drown it out with lies. She wouldn't. She couldn't. Not after everything I had sacrificed, everything I had lost in the name of loyalty. But loyalty is meaningless when you're married to someone addicted to power. Standing before the man she had chosen, I no longer needed confirmation. His silence was confession enough. That night I didn't strike. Not yet. Instead, I did what I'd been trained to do, observe, wait, plan. Her phone records were enough to open the door. Midnight calls to contacts saved under false names. Repeated charges from the same private marina. And then the photos. A man I paid generously had followed her. Images of her with him. Skin against skin. Intimacy no lie could explain. I swallowed it like acid. Outwardly, I played the husband she believed she controlled. Smiling at dinner. A hand at her waist. Silent nods while she spun half-truths. Inside, I was sharpening the blade of patience. I didn't want an explosion. I wanted silence. A silence so heavy she'd suffocate under its weight. I waited. I tracked. I built the puzzle piece by piece until there was no escape. Finally, every detail aligned into a single weapon, a dossier. Photos. Call logs. Bank transfers. Dates that mapped perfectly onto her fabrications. I set it all out on the kitchen table like evidence before a judge. When she walked in, she froze. Her eyes darted to mine, then down to the evidence. She tried to laugh, but laughter dies quick when your soul is exposed in ink and photographs. Her lips shook. I can explain. I said nothing. I only slid the photos toward her one by one. Her with him on the yacht. Her tangled in his arms. Her betraying vows once whispered into my ear. The silence shredded her faster than rage ever could. Tears came. She begged. She reached for me. I didn't move. 2 days later, I returned to the yacht, this time with her. She believed it was reconciliation, a chance to explain. She dressed with care, painted her lips, the way a prisoner unknowingly prepares for their own execution. When we stepped onto the deck, the boss's eyes widened. He saw her before he saw me. And in that flicker, I read everything: recognition, fear, collapse. I didn't need words. I handed him the same dossier I had given her. Her knees buckled. She pleaded, reaching for both of us. Neither man moved. The silence closed around her like a coffin, and she was buried alive inside it. That night, I didn't go home. I packed my life into quiet and left. No rage. No grief. Just absence. The woman I once loved was already gone, drowned in the waters of her own choices. I had given her loyalty. She repaid me with betrayal. Now I gave her nothing. When I shut the door for the final time, there were no tears, only clarity. Because some wars aren't won with bullets. They're won by walking away and letting your enemy choke on the ruins they created.